Hey everybody, this is Callan from Takuban. Today we're going to take a look at these two Manduka yoga mats, but first a little bit of a background for where we're coming from. So we got this yoga mat back in 2012, 6 years ago, off of Amazon. This was like 16 bucks. It was supposed to be, it was well rated, PVC free. For the most part, it did its job. Didn't use it a whole lot. That's why it took us 6 years before we finally needed to be replaced. But, you know, this is what we currently have. I forget the brand name, some small brand on Amazon. But anyways, so we needed a replacement just because it's, you know, this feels a little bit like it's old now. So we did some research. We found that the Manduka Pro and the eKo Light were two options that were really interesting for us. So we got them both just to kind of check them out ourselves. A lot has been written about these. You can find reviews on Amazon, on a lot of third-party websites as well, with commentary, thoughts and opinions, as well as just user reviews. Generally speaking, if you're watching this video, hopefully you've already maybe read into some of those sites or came across those sites. But brief description I would give, and again, I'm not very much into yoga, but from what I've gathered, the Pro mat, they call it the Taj Mahal, and they even say it on the packaging here, of yoga mats. And it's because it's super thick. It's one of the thickest that's out there. It's 6 millimeters thick. So it's very high density. It has a lifetime warranty. It's PVC free, which is good. That's the big buzzword. You don't want anything with PVC in what you use on a daily basis. So that's the good thing. However, it's implied that with the eKo model being out there, that this is a little, the Pro mat is a little less eco-friendly, right? So the eKo model here has a slightly thinner density. It says 5 millimeters, but when we take a look and compare it against the Pro, it seems to be bigger than a 1 millimeter difference. We can see, I guess once we unroll these, how it actually feels. But just first impressions, this looks much thinner than 5 millimeters, possibly even 4. But so it's implied that with the eKo model, this one being made out of biodegradable rubber, and it doesn't use any toxic foam or toxic glue in the process of making it, that this one does, right? But I guess, so there's no lifetime warranty here. There is a lifetime warranty here. So even if there is more toxic material being used to produce this, because it has a lifetime warranty, you wouldn't have to replace it in your lifetime. And so even if it's a little bit more toxic, it's okay. You're not expecting to throw this away. It's not going to sit in a landfill somewhere. Whereas this, it's biodegradable. It doesn't use any toxic foam to produce. So without a lifetime warranty, it's okay if you have to throw this away in a few years. When you replace it, the way it was made and the things that it uses to make it isn't harmful to the environment. So you can just kind of treat this as a disposable yoga mat. That's from my perspective, but really it just comes down to how does it feel when you're using it, right? So in using this and kind of getting into yoga, and one of the things is I realized it really needs something that's a little thicker, because it's the thing that separates you from the ground. So if you wanted it to be a little bit more comfortable, you would probably want something with more density. So before even trying either of these, you know, I'm already kind of impartial to this thicker Pro mat, plus the name. It's a psychological thing where I guess wherever you have an option between a Pro something versus something else, you want to go with the Pro. But let's go ahead and open these up. So received these from REI. I know you can't smell it. I'll do the smelling for you. There's a little bit of a plastic smell. It's not too bad. You hear about off-gassing of these yoga mats. This one, I would just say it's not any more than I would expect from a mat. But this one, let's take a look. We did cut it open here a little bit, so why don't we just go ahead and open this whole thing up. And by the way, I was surprised that the Pro didn't come with plastic wrapping, but Oh, whew, this one smells. It could just be because this one smells so bad that they were like, yeah, you know what, let's seal this up, get it through customs. So this one's made in Taiwan. This one says it's made in Germany. Sure, I don't know if it's one of those designed in Germany, made somewhere else things. Oh, this one smells really bad. Kind of smells like dried shrimp. Like, you know, you go into one of those Asian herbal medicine stores and they have the dried everythings. Oh yeah, it smells like that. So I'm sure it'll go away, and I think on the website it talks about, you know, it taking some time to release it too. But wow, I'll tell you, this really has a nice grip on it though. It's one of the features that they list on the website, how it has a natural rubber grip, and you can definitely feel it being slip resistant. Whereas this one feels more like the yoga mats I'm used to. There's a little bit of slip resistance, but definitely not anywhere as strong as that one. But the smell is pretty awful. All right, why don't we do this? Why don't we open these up? Oh, the other thing is dimensions, right? This was a little weird for us. Both of these are rated at 71 inches long and 26 inches wide, which means when they stand up like the way they are here, they should be the same. But you could tell there's about a ½ inch difference here. So that's kind of odd, but something to note. I'm not sure if it's just this. Actually, so we measured it, and this is actually 26 inches. So it may just be this one got cut a little weird and we got an extra ½ inch out of it. Not complaining. They do have, you know, longer versions of these, but it's typically going to be a difference in length and not the width. So just thought it was odd and pointed that out. But let's go ahead and open these. So, oh, and also the colors here. This is the Harbour color, and then this is the Thunder color. Yeah. In case you're wondering. Oh, nice. It also has some tips on how to prep or how to break in this mat, I guess. Pretty cool. And then let's open this up. Does it have the same kind of thing? Oh, this one's kind of like a plastic. That's odd. So the other one, the Pro, has a paper based thing. This is plastic. Maybe it's recyclable. And yeah, it is. That's why. So, okay. Pretty cool. Oh, the smell's only gonna get worse when we roll this open here. So, first one, let's do this. Let's go. Well, both of them are very... Oh, wow. So, you see our old one, kind of, you can slip inside, right? Whereas this new one, this eKo, really sticks to the floor. I like this grip here. Okay. So now, let me just get rid of this old one that we have. We're gonna replace. Let me try to move this here. And then we'll have both of these kind of side by side, the Pro and the eKo. Okay, so as far as lengthwise, they look like they're the same. Wow. Yeah, as far as difference, this feels thicker, but oddly enough, this feels more cushiony, like there's more give on the eKo one. You want to bring that down closer, kind of take a look at how how it looks when you're putting pressure on it. Doesn't really give. I believe both of these have what they call a closed cell construction. So I know for sure this one does. So Manduka makes a pretty big point about, you know, how it's closed cell, which means water, moisture, and therefore bacteria wouldn't be able to get into the foam here, which lends itself to its durability and longevity. I believe it's the same thing here. I gotta say, I really like the eKo's texture a little bit more. So if you take a look at here, the ribs, that's how they do it. Has a really nice grippy feel, and it's just so if we take a look at the edge here. So when you see here, you press down, there's definitely more give. So if you look at this at it from the side too, see where where those air pockets are, right? To give it that more cushiony feel. So there's something that's very nice about the feel here that I like. And whereas this one is just dense, it's just thick. I don't really feel like I'm I'm not really denting it. Again, I'm not practiced enough yoga to tell you kind of like what the difference is, but I will say I was expecting to like this feel better, but I actually think I like the eKo feel better. But anyways, that's that. This is the Manduka Pro. It's available. The MSRP is like $110. We got this on sales from REI for 70 something because nobody likes this color. And this one is available for, I think, MSRP of 88, and nobody likes this color either, so we got this for 50 something from REI as well. If you don't mind the colors, I think these are great deals at 50, 80 bucks, or thereabouts. But hopefully this video helps you decide which one you like. And if it does, please give us a like, or if you have any questions, leave us those questions in the comments section below. But thank you very much for watching. Shout out to Germany.